Hi, it's Bernette with Spirit Speaks, and I know it's been a while since I have done a message like this, a channeling message, but I won't go into the backstory. But I had an experience last night and a message for myself from Spirit, and then they told me that I would get a message today for you all. And the first people who will hear this are the people in our Spirit Speaks gathering, which happens to meet today. It's December 6th, and we do meet at 1:30 Eastern time on the first and third Sundays of the month. So they will hear this first, but then I will post this on our channel. This is the message. I wrote it out. My channeling handwriting, as you can see, is a hot mess. So I will try to decipher this. So it's don't know how long it's going to be. Front and back one page, and then the end here. So I'm just going to read it as I received it and as best I can. Pardon me if I struggle trying to read what I wrote. First thing I got was some things take time. So just, I felt like, okay, some things take time. The shift happening presently is massive. It is planetary, and on a cosmic scale, you are not the only ones undergoing a shift of this level in consciousness. While we've been preparing for decades and more, seeding your planet with those who help show and share light, love, hope, truth, faith, and more, we also recognize that those beings are also human and having very real human experiences, which impact their ability to fully integrate themselves and serve their purpose at the higher level. This is important because we do not wish for you to believe that elevation to a 5D level of consciousness means the third no longer exists or is no longer relevant. A three-dimensional As three-dimensional beings, your physical survival requires that you simultaneously exist in the third and fourth and fifth, not just the fifth. Surviving in just the third has resulted in havoc for individual bodies and the planet. There must be a unity of all. This is where we're reading of all levels. One cannot exist with meaning and purpose without the other. One cannot be whole in your expression of divine source, made real in the flesh, if you ignore the flesh or do not respect that we are in a third dimensional world that exists within a fourth dimensional world that exists within the fifth dimensional universe. I'm going to interject here because this morning or last night, I can't remember, I was talking to Spirit and I had this visualization of our earthly planet. And, we have the surface of our planet, which exists within an atmosphere. And then you break through the atmosphere and you're in outer space, right? There's no air. And it was the idea that it's almost like you have to fill yourself like a hot air balloon kind of and keep rising above. You're still your physical self. You're still in this third dimensional physical body, but you're rising above. And that third dimensional body requires air, and you rise into the atmosphere. That's spirit, that's the fourth dimension. And then you break through, you can see everything, right? You're out there. When you break through the atmosphere to the fifth, you're part of the galaxies, the universe. You're out there. You're outside of just your individual like self. And your air that you had, that hot air, isn't going to do you any good anymore. You had to have something propel you forth and get you out of there. But now that hot air doesn't matter. It's not going to do you any good because there is no air out there. It just is. It just is. And you have to just be. That's my interjection. I will continue with their message. So I left off with the fact that we are in a third dimensional world that exists within the fourth dimensional world that exists within the five dimensional universe. We are the combination of your physical, spiritual, and emotional and cosmic selves. And it is that at that emotional and cosmic level, we understand that we are not alone. I'll repeat that. We are the combination of your physical, spiritual, and emotional and cosmic selves. Emotional, cosmic, I put together like this. And it is at the emotional and cosmic level we understand that we are not alone. We are all connected. What one does impacts all. It is the prime lesson of this year on, on your planet. Many do not understand it, which is why the conditions are as they are an ability to love beyond the self, to serve the needs of others, strangers, beyond our own needs is a lesson you must learn to elevate. Otherwise, you will rise only to the fourth or spiritual dimension where you recognize the need, you see it and understand, but are not living according to the principles of love. This next phase of the human experience will require a great deal of collaborative effort to correct centuries of suffering done to both people and planet. Do not be weary, for you are not alone. Do not be afraid, for there is hope. Do not give up, for the light is always there. Your helpers are on the other side and are here to aid you in expanding love and compassion. We are here to not only help you usher in this new age, but to benefit from it on all levels: physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, cosmic. Remember, you are integrating this fifth dimensional consciousness into your being. It will push out that which is harmful or unneeded, but it doesn't replace your 3D self. You still must exist here. Work, food, shelter, health, and hygiene are all important. It is okay to enjoy the fruits of your labor here, and and as you shift, there will be less labor required to attain more fruits. You will see more ease in the physical, more pleasure, and in less time. You will be able to have your desired success in the physical by being integrated with your full self. When you are whole, truly, nothing can stop you except you. Be complete. It is what you are already, but you must be it. And they had me capitalize BE. Be it. Not just know, understand, and be able to say it. It must be what you are. Thank you. Be well, Setha. And that is the message. I take that and I receive it. I receive it because I feel it, and what I received last night for myself, and then what I received here. I just want people to realize it's happening. It doesn't replace. It doesn't replace where you are. It doesn't replace your third dimensional self. You integrate it. So as we move through the rest of this month, when I know a lot of people are expecting things to kind of happen very quickly, and I do believe they are. I know I've gone through some like very intense shifts recently, very intense. Like I have never gone through that before in my entire life. I won't say how old I am, but in my entire life, I've never gone through that. So it made me step back and say, whoa, it's like, I'm not going to say what they told me about that, but I know that as a medium born into this world with natural abilities and gifts, it was never about me having to wake up in that sense, because once I turned it on, it was on. And I know a lot of people don't experience it like that, but once I turned it on, it was on. But at the same time, like that message that they said at the beginning we're still human beings having human experiences. We're still going through the same stuff everybody else is going through. It's not like we're like, oh, I'm walking on water over here. I'm being real. No, we are going through this journey of 2020, right? Like, just like everybody else. How we do it may be slightly different, but it's not like I can ignore it. This is flesh and blood. This is a planet going through a shift. I'm on this planet. I can't ignore that. I can't pretend like I'm so above it all. Don't get me started on that one. Anyways, we integrate that 5D into our 3D. Okay? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. All right. I hope this was helpful. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to us. We do post videos periodically, but most importantly, we do have a twice a month meetup group, our Spirit Speaks gathering. We are on Facebook. Just search for us, and we meet twice a month, and we go through different topics. And based on what I heard from Spirit last night about 2021, I kind of now know what they want me to do. Finally. But like they started this thing out, some things take time because I was like, what do you all want from me? I don't know. I don't know. But now I know. So I'm happy about that. We're about to be going live from right now in about 30 minutes. So by the time you see this, it will be over. Sorry you missed it. It's on the fifth chakra, throat chakra. And but we do have 2 more chakras to cover, obviously. And you can always catch those. This will be posted before the next meeting we have, which is on December 20th, where I will be giving readings to participants. So it is limited. You will have to register and do your donation because I plan on giving many readings to folks during the time we have allotted. That's going to be very good. Definitely check out our Facebook group, our Facebook page, because it's going to be looking forward. So not just, who am I going to love? If you know me, yeah, that might be a nice thing, but that was yeah. So my mute was on because the app shut down because the internet went out. So you didn't hear any of that. You know what? Just check us out on Spirit Speaks channel. I'll be doing live readings on December 20th about looking at the year forward and what you need to know. And definitely some of what I've talked about regarding 3D and 5D and being integrated and recognizing that is going to come into play. But in the meantime, be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Love yourself. It starts there and then it flows outward and upward. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. That was yeah. So my mute was on because the app shut down because the internet went out. So you didn't hear any of that. You know what? Just check us out on Spirit Speaks channel. I'll be doing live readings on December 20th about looking at the year forward and what you need to know. And definitely some of what I've talked about regarding 3D and 5D and being integrated and recognizing that is going to come into play. But in the meantime, be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Love yourself. It starts there and then it flows outward and upward. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching.